Hello YouTubers. Yeah, this is my 2012 Kubota BX25D. I purchased that in 2015 there, and that I bought it after we had this horrendous storm here, and I live just outside of Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. So like I've done some mods to it and that. I've looked a lot on YouTube and that and watched other people's ideas and everything else, and these are some of the ideas I have. Anyway, the first one I had is when I had the clamp that goes in the front bucket there. Okay, what I did is that I used a piece of angle iron behind there, welded it on there, so I found that it has a tendency to shift left and right, and that really helped quite a bit there, tightening it up. And what I did too is I made for my backhoe this plate there, so when you take off the three lugs and that, you can bolt this right on there, and then I can add attachments, like if I want to dig a ditch here, a narrow ditch or something like this here, you just slide it in here. And also I made myself a ripper, which works quite well. Another thing I did too is on the front there, I welded on, a receiver here, and that, so then I can mount a winch, which works quite well. And I find it's great there, say if you're toppling trees or whatever and you want to add tension to it or whatever, or to drag something up there. This is a 5,000 pound winch there, and it works quite well as far as doing that. And what I did for the power is that I made myself a plug coming right from the battery, so then I can plug that in and any other attachments I have, like a water pump or whatever, and you could probably even attach an inverter there if you want 110 power in that. Something else I did too is I did put a little box on the side there. What I did is I welded a plate, on the top and bottom there and everything else, and bolted it on there. And I find it quite good because placement of these boxes and that sometimes is difficult, so it's not in the way there. But I have enough clearance that I can get in and out of the tractor and everything else, and that holds all my chains and things like this here. Another thing too is I did a lighting mod, a top, so it goes the front and the back. I made a bracket and everything else there. What I did is I hooked it right into the tail light, so when I turn my lights on, the floodlights come on. So, and I also changed out the normal bulbs there, and I put 8 LEDs in for the headlights and the back tail lights and everything else. Another mod that I did too is I took the 3 lugs off there, and I found that this works a lot better. It's 1/2 inch hardened steel, and with the 4 teeth and everything else in that, it works really well. I find it holds more in a bucket and everything else in that, and it's great for digging that. Because limitations of these here, you really can't, like do a lot of really heavy digging and stuff like this, but this is great, for digging into clay and things like this here, and like overall on that. But I found it worked really well as a nice mod for the tractor net. I had that done at a fabrication place there. Probably cost about $100 in that for them to use a plasma cutter, cut out the teeth and that. And I used a template just like I had that I made in the front. Another thing I did too is at the fabrication place there, I made bigger footprints here. And what I did, instead of manufacture whole new ones there, as you can see, the outline of the original one there, and I added that to it there. And all they did is that they just cut the feet and that off the original and just welded that right onto the new piece here. And I find that's good too, because it adds a little bit more grip there when you got the legs down. Another thing too is I put a trailer hitch on here, which works quite well too in that. So then what I did is have an extension that comes out past the bucket and that. So then, if I want to haul a trailer behind there too, which is kind of a handy idea in that. But you always got to remember when you put this on, you always got to have the holes up top there, so then you're not bothering it there. And at the bottom lug there, what I did is I changed it around. So then if I have to remove that at all, then just take the nut off and drop the bolt right down through in that. But overall, my tractor's been really well, and that the It's done a lot of things there. I got probably about 900 hours on it, and I've done a heck of a lot of digging and stuff like this here. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this this video here, and if you like it there, subscribe to it and hit the like button there, and I'll probably have some more little ideas and mods and that I come up with and that later on. Okay, bye bye for now.